One of you could walk up and pet this dog. That's about a 50-50 shot with the K-9. Some of them are pretty high strung. Some of them are just, they like to bite, and they like to bite anybody and everything, including the handlers. I'll show you Sergeant Helton. He's got scars running down both sides of his arms. He's been off work for 4 months because his dog was just silly. I'm hoping to use him significantly larger toward the tool end of it for finding narcotics. More importantly, the money that is associated with the narcotics. Since I've been in the academy for the last 10 weeks, the Illinois State Police has seized over $5 million. That's statewide. We're not going to get $5 million worth of traffic coming through East Alton. Not when they're getting that statewide. Trooper Hogan got a $668,000. Says it was $668,000. I congratulated him on his $1 million seize. Don't know what happened to the rest of it. And Chris Owen, a little bit further up north, on a routine traffic stop on a camper trailer coming out of Texas. Elderly couple, would have thought as innocent as, you know, kids going to school. Ended up getting $2-point-something million out of the back of their SUV. And what threw it for him was they said they'd been camping and there wasn't any sheets on the mattresses in the camper. It's like, you've been driving around the country camping and you're not sleeping in your camper? Can I come on in and take a peek? There you go, $2-something million. I've seen enough narcotics to fill up one of these tables and stack it about 8 feet in the air since I've been at the academy. And I got to tag along, watch Trooper Morrow, who's going to be helping out the next 2 weeks with Degen, pulled the truck over, had a false container underneath a, don't chew on that, knucklehead. You'd be answering the chief. Get your ball. Get your ball. You'd be answering the chief when I got to buy another lead. Pulled out 11 kilos of heroin out of the bottom of the false compartment on a tractor trailer, or a fuel cell on the back of a pickup truck. You know, they're hiding it everywhere. The dog doesn't search for it. It uses a free air sniff is what it's called. And the Constitution is now deeming that absolutely fair game. Hey, ball. Good boy. He's being a knucklehead today. So he's being a lot like me. So the free air sniff basically says I don't have to have any probable cause whatsoever. If there's a car sitting in a parking lot, I can get my dog out and walk through the parking lot and start sniffing cars. And then we can wait for somebody to come out, or we can seize the vehicle, get inside the vehicle, seize the drugs that are in it. Better opportunity would be to wait for the person to get back in the vehicle or somebody to come and get it and make an arrest. Because all we'd be able to do then and without that is just seize an individual, because they can say my buddy was driving it, something like that. Pop off any questions if you got them. I'm kind of running out of air here. Sir.
Where does the dog live?
He stays with me at my house, 811 Ewing. I got a little pen outside for him on the back pad. We've got a Kinstra donated a pad for him. We haven't had it built up yet. We're kind of waiting, letting things get settled with the program and stuff like that. But my days off, he stays with me. I feed him. I clean up after him. A lot.
How old is he?
He is pushing a year old. He's still a pup.
And how long will he live or be able to use him that way?
The Malinois, the Belgian Shepherds, which is what he is, have an average life expectancy of between 9 and 14 years. Ooh. Street work ability between anywhere 6 and 10 years. Yeah, they do. They have a significant longer. I love the German Shepherds. I don't want to talk bad about them because they got really good noses. They're better trackers than the Malinois are. He's being real calm right now because he's got a ball, but you take the ball away from him, you put him out in the environment, you get him around the cars, and he knows the game. He's 100 miles an hour, and you know there's a lot of discipline that's got to kick in there. He's acting a lot like a shepherd does right now, real calm, wanting to lay down, just chill out. The shepherds do a lot better, but they have more health problems, hip dysplasia. They're prettier, but Degen's a good-looking dog too. So, but this one here is going to last East Alton a long time, as long as he stays safe. Sir?
How often do you have to, or do you have to retrain them at so much? I mean,
Every year there's a certification that I have to be able to pass. They recommend coming twice a year for liability reasons. I'm required federal standard 16 hours minimum every month in training. And that's working in the areas that he has to certify in. Their narcotics, the apprehension, tracking, article locations, and there's a lot of free time, a lot of my time that goes into that, which I don't complain. We're going to jump back. We're trying to go in order here.
Yeah, like with the little boy down in Missouri that was lost, and I know
Yeah.
TV they had a lot of dogs and that out there.
Yeah.
Something like that would be totally different than around here, but does that get more difficult in the different types of terrain and everything?
Absolutely. Yeah. Concrete, hard surfaces, hard to track on that hold less odor. Wet grass is ideal. Light grass with a 6-mile-an-hour wind is perfect conditions. And tracking is a weak area for all dogs. And that's something that I will significantly have to pound into. The bite work comes easy for him. He's still fresh when it comes to the bite work, so there's going to be a lot of extra training that we're going to get over the next 2 weeks. And then Sergeant Helton's even said, hey, get your 16 hours. You need to schedule him up here until we get your dog up to par. Because he's a little puppy, he's got a small little ego right now, but clearly he's getting his mind wrapped around himself, because he's becoming a little bit more like, hey, I'll do that when I feel like it, I'm going to show you who's boss thing. Sir?
Yeah, how many other departments in the area or the Metroplex have K-9 units, and do you interface with them at all?
I know Alton has 3, but I did not know that until I actually got to the K-9 Academy. I don't want to speak ill of Alton Police Department, but it's clear and relevant to our department. When we need you, we'll call you, and vice versa. If you need us, we'll call you. Stay out of our town, we'll stay out of your town. I didn't know they had a dog. From what I understood, when we had the bomb scare over at Olin 2 years ago, they had a bomb dog that come down. Besides that, I think we have Trooper Hogan in our area with the state police, and then I believe the sheriff's department has 1 in our area. I know they have 2 on the sheriff's department, but I don't know if both of them work our area.
But Alto no longer has one?
No, he quit as of January.
That's because the officer quit, not the dog quit.
True. Their dog was getting pretty old. He's retired officially. Matter of fact, I believe they let him keep him. Do you know for sure, Chief?
Yeah, it'd be useless to anybody else.
You can retrain the dogs. We have a gentleman in class. This is the 3rd time the dog's actually been in the academy. His dog's got a real good personality like Degen, so it'd be easy. There's dogs that once that handler is instilled on them, but Degen wouldn't have that issue. I don't think there's many in the area as far as real local. We're going to be the only one. Everybody's giving it up. From what I understand, Wood River's talking. Yeah, they're doing. I got a couple friends on the department. They're actually interviewing for the position. I'm sure the Bubba and Chief Isringhausen are going to work together real hard at trying to split our schedules so that Wood River will have a street when I'm off, and I'll be on the street when they're off. And I'm sure probably something along those lines. Other than that, training. Illinois State Police Sergeant Helton has made absolutely clear you can come up here, just give him a call. I can't just show up. Reach out. It's a huge network. I'm very impressed with a lot of these guys. They're eager to just go out and find bad guys and get dope and money off of them, and they want to help find people that are lost sometimes and things like that. And it's troopers that I'd ever even met came together, went out looking for this dog and networked and found people and stuff like that. Steve Justice is Decatur Police Department K-9 for 25 some odd years. When we were taking Degen back, and he'd been 2 weeks worth of training on IBAC was how much he was around. He volunteered his time on his day off to drive to Indiana with me when we returned to IBAC and explain to these guys. So K-9 guys really stick together, and we drive however long it takes to train with good ones.